Hi everyone, welcome to Rika's podcast. 皆さん、今日も Rika's podcast へお越しいただきありがとうございます。This is a podcast where I talk about whatever that pops into my head in English and Japanese bilingual mode. So grab yourself a cup of coffee, tea, hot chocolate, or whatever you want and just kick back and listen.この番組では私リカが日々の思いなどを英語と日本語を行ったり来たりしながらまったりとお話ししています。お好きなお飲み物でも召し上がりながらぜひ聞いてください。Okay, here we go. Good morning, good evening, hello, good afternoon. Thank you very much for coming to my podcast.I hope that you are doing very well. I was actually on a little trip last weekend. That's why I couldn't update my episode on this podcast. I took my parents on a little trip to Oita and Kumamoto, and we had a nice little break. 先週末ポッドキャストがアップデートできなかったんですけど、というのも大分の方に熊本も行きましたが、両親連れてねちょっと一泊旅行してきました。It was a nice little break. The weather was perfect and we got to enjoy the hot spring. 筋湯温泉というのがね、大分県の九十の方にあるんですけれども、very close to the ski resort there, only about a 5-minute drive away.And there are so many hot springs out there. And 筋湯温泉というところにね、泊まったんですけれども、we got to enjoy the hot spring, of course. It was really nice. And 露天風呂とかね、貸し切り風呂とかたくさんありまして、and the food was superb. And they had the local specialities, ヤマメとか、豊後牛とかね、豊後牛のしゃぶしゃぶなんかもあったりして、yeah, the food was really good. And also, yeah, it was just a nice little trip. And we also went around Mount Aso.I often go to Mount Aso, so it's nothing new, but still, on a beautiful sunny day, it's just really nice to just kind of, enjoy driving around there. And the next day, we got to go to this really nice soba restaurant, which was recommended by one of my students. And the name of the place is called Yoshibu. Yeah, そばどころYoshibu だったかな。I think it was in Kusu area in Kumamoto. Was it Oita? And interesting thing about this restaurant is that they serve soba noodles for lunch, but they serve French at night, which was really interesting. And they are also listed on the Michelin guide. ミシュランガイドに載ってるこのお蕎麦屋さんなんですけど、お昼は蕎麦を提供されてて、夜になるとフレンチレストランになるんですよ。So I would love to go back to try the French food again someday. ね、いつか行ってみたいなと思うんですけど、ミシュランに載ってるレストランに行ったのは初めてだったんですけど、even though this restaurant is listed on Michelin guide, the food is really reasonable.信じられないくらいにリーズナブルでお手頃な値段なんですよね。10割そばっていうんですかね。そばと天ぷらのセットだったりとか、もういろんなそのランチセットメニューがあるんですけど、だいたいね、1500円ぐらいで、you can enjoy the set meal of lunch. So, yeah, ね、ミシュランガイドに載ってるお店って多分高価なんだろうななんて思ってましたけど、全然そんなことなくて、もう本当に美味しいお蕎麦がね、いただけました。Usually I think you would have to wait for like more than half an hour on the weekends, but we were very lucky because it was on Monday, so we didn't have to wait and we can just relax and enjoy the soba noodles.ね、そんな感じでなんか週末は親孝行していたので親孝行って英語で何て言いますかって時々生徒さんに聞かれるんですけど You can just say I'm a good daughter でいいと思いますよ I'm a good daughter とか I'm a good son でねまあ親孝行イコール good daughter ではないでしょうかなので Yeah, my parents were happy so I was really happy to see them そうね そんな感じの週末でちょっとね、I was fully charged. やっぱ温泉はね、この時期本当に気持ちよくてね、いいですよね。温まるし、で、露天風呂とかね、本当に温度差ですか外の寒いかなんかね、空気とあったかい温泉のお湯でね、本当に癒されたなと思いました。そんな週末でしたが、いかがでしょうか。もう12月ですよね。そんな感じです。そんなこんなで1週間がスタートしまして、今は12月8日水曜日の11時ですね。夜11時です。やっと仕事が終わりました。The time now is at 11 o'clock at night on Wednesday, December 8th. And it's been a long day for me. I've just finished work. I had 7 lessons today. Wednesday is actually one of my busiest days. And my first lesson was at 10. No, wait. I didn't have the first lesson at 10. I actually had an early start today. So my first lesson was at 9:30. So, and then I just finished my last lesson at 10. And I'm just chilling on my couch right now. そう、今日はね、本当水曜日割と忙しいので、朝9時半にスタートして、先ほど10時に最後のレッスンが終わりました。7コマだったんで、疲れたんですけど、でもすごくいい日でしたね。Yeah, it's been a good day. I really enjoy talking to all my students online and offline, and it's just been a good day, and I'm really in a good mood. So I decided to record this podcast. まあね、長いとはいえ本当に良い一日だったので、ちょっとソファに座って、エピソード録音しなきゃなと思ってました。なので、今はすごく機嫌いいですよ。ですね。ということで、なんか昨日のツイッターで私がつぶやいたことがバズりました。プチバズりました。It kind of went viral. I mean, like whatever, what I tweeted last night actually. で、このことについて少し深くねお話ししようかなと思ってたんですけど、ツイートした内容がですね、読みます。大学へ行く資金がなかった私は大学図書館でバイトをした。教授らとカウンター越しに会話をするようになり、やがて身の回りの通訳を頼まれるようになる。次第にその噂が広まり、大学全職員に依頼されるようになったのが通訳を目指す原点。行動することで周りが目を留めてくれ、チャンスにつながる。このツイートをですね、昨日の夜遅くにしたんですけど、たらもうね、本当2000を超える方々からいいねもらったりとかして、I didn't expect this tweet to go viral like this. I was really, I was surprised, but I'm very happy that many people liked this tweet. And what I said on the tweet was, I was just reminiscing about my past last night and then kind of, thinking about when I was working at this library at this university. And because I couldn't afford going to a university, even though I wanted to, I decided to work at the university library instead because I think, of course, I was not a librarian or anything like that, but working at the counter, just, checking out the books and stuff, I didn't really need to have the certificate for librarian or anything like that. So as a part-time job, I decided to work there because I just wanted to use my English because this specific university was an international one. So most of the professors and teachers are from other countries. So I thought that maybe I could use my English at work, and that's what I did. But because there are so many foreign teachers and professors, and then they lived in Miyazaki, and then they needed some help with the language because most of them didn't speak Japanese. And while I was working at the counter at this library, and then they started asking me for help, just like, going to the doctor or visiting a bank or their children's school or things like that, the kind of a daily conversation that they needed help with. So I was like, yeah, I could totally help you. And then I started doing that. In the beginning, I was just happy. I didn't really expect anything in return because, I knew that my English wasn't good enough. And I was just wanted to practice my English or interpretation skill. But they insisted on paying me. And, なんかね、最初ボランティアで通訳とか引き受けてたんですよ。もう本当に銀行に行ったりとか、病院に行ったりとかね、お手伝い程度だったし、自分の英語も全然まだね、そんなにうまいわけでもなかったので、なんかお金いただくなんてっていう感じだったんですよね。でも、やっぱりその人たちにとってみれば、なんかお金を払ってね、ちゃんと割り切って、お仕事として依頼したいっていうふうに向こうから言われて、Well, if you insist っていう感じで、私も、まあね、少しのお金をいただきつつ、お手伝いをしていたんです。So that's how I started my little interpretation assistance. And actually, one of the professors there, he made a poster, or should I say flyer or something, printed Rika's interpretation service, it said. And if you do need help, please call me or something like that with my number on it. なんか一人の方がそうやってRika's interpretation service のチラシとかね、ポスターを作ってくださって、それをなんか大学構内とか貼っていただいてね、それで結構口コミというかそんな感じで広がって、本当にね、I think most of the faculty there asked me for help whenever they wanted to do something using my service. And it was such a great opportunity for me to kind of brush up on my interpretation skill and brush up on my English. And but the best thing was that I got to know so many people at the university. なんか本当にね、そこの大学生よりも私は教職員の方と仲が良くなったんですよ。Because I was working at the library and I was also helping out with their daily lives with the language barrier. And so I got much closer to all the teachers and professors at this university than the students there. And they were so nice to me because they knew that I was studying English and they would teach me English after school. なんかね、すごく英語好きっていうのを知ってたので、皆さんがすごい優しくしてくれて、割とね、なんか大学の活動になんか参加させてくれたりとかっていうで、恩恵も受けながら本当楽しかったですよね。なので、大学進学というね、夢はもちろん叶えられなかったんですけれども、大学の図書館で働いたことによって、すごくいろんなことがうまく回り始めたんですよね。もちろん大学の図書館で働こうと思ったきっかけは、そこの大学は国際大学だから、英語を使ってバイトできるなっていう感じだったんですけど、まさかそこからどんどんとね、通訳のお仕事がご依頼があるっていうことは今にも思ってなかったんで、I think one thing led to another, and even though I wasn't able to go to university because I was working at the library there, I was able to use my English at work. And on top of that, they gave me so much work as an interpreter. And that's when I realized how exciting the job was. Being an interpreter can be so exciting. And that's when I thought that, okay, one day in the future, I would become a professional interpreter. そこでやっぱりプロの通訳っていうのを意識し始めた。もちろんその頃私はまだ短大出てすぐだったので、全然もうまだまだ本当プロの通訳なんて無理のところだったんですけれども、実際にそうやってね、お仕事として学びながらではありますけれども、通訳の経験ができたことっていうのはすごく大きかったですよね。なので、こんなしながらっていう感じで、バイトしながらお金を貯めて、私はワーキングホリデーでその後にね、カナダに行って1年、 過ごして帰ってきてっていうことになっていくんですけれども、だからそれからずっと時間が経ってプロの通訳になろうと思い始めて、通訳学校に通って通訳学校をねでいろいろ同時通訳なんか学んで、一応のプロのお仕事をいただけるようになったということなんですね。だから本当にあの時の自分がなかったら今の自分あったかなって思う時もありますし、今だからこうやって考えると、あの時やっぱ大学行きたいでも行けないから諦めるんじゃなくて、じゃあちょっと図書館で働いてみようというね、なんかそういうそんな真剣に考えたわけでもないんですけど、行動に移したっていうことで人とのつながりが生まれて、そこで頑張っていたらいろんな人が目に留めてくれたっていうのはありますよね。なので I think when I look back, I'm kind of proud of myself and taking an action, and I just didn't give up because I couldn't go to university, but I kind of found the alternative way to use English, and that's when all the miracles happened, I guess, and then that led to who I am now. So 今回のお話は少しテンションが高めだったので睡眠誘発にはならなかったかもしれないんですけれども、maybe this episode might not help you fall asleep this time yet, but I'm hoping that you enjoyed listening to this. 楽しんでいただけたでしょうか。はい、ということでね、It's only Wednesday, I know, a few days to go till the weekend, but I hope that you're having a good week at least and staying warm. ね、なかなかほんと寒いのでね、皆さん暖かくしてお過ごしください。また、おそらく週末に帰ってきます。I guess that's all for today. Bye for now. Thank you for listening.